4.1 William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616.
When and where was Shakespeare born?
Shakespeare was born in April 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon. At that time, Stratford had a population of about 1,000, but just after his birth, 200 people were killed by the plague. Fortunately, William survived. His father, John Shakespeare, was a wealthy wool trader who owned 3 houses in the town. In the 1500s, it used to take 2 days to ride the 100 miles from Stratford to London.
Did Shakespeare go to school?
Shakespeare went to his local grammar school from the age of 7 until 15. Only boys attended school in the 16th century. They were taught Latin and had to memorize stories from history.
Did Shakespeare marry?
Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway, a farmer's daughter, in 1582, when he was just 18 years old. Anne was 28. They had 3 children, Susanna in 1583, and twins, Judith and Hamnet, in 1585. Hamnet died of the Black Plague in 1596, when Shakespeare was living and working in London.
What did Shakespeare do in London?
He came to London in about 1590, and by 1592 he had become a well-known actor and playwright. One of his first plays, Henry VI, was performed in the Rose Theatre in 1591. Then, for 2 years, from 1592 to 1594, theatres were closed because of the plague. This was when Shakespeare wrote most of his poetry. Most of his 37 plays were written between 1594 and 1613, after he had joined an acting company called the Lord Chamberlain's Men. The actors often used to perform for Elizabeth I. In 1597, they bought £10 shares in a new theatre, the Globe. This theatre was, and still is, a huge success.
Did Shakespeare ever visit Italy?
6 of Shakespeare's plays have an Italian background, including Romeo and Juliet and The Merchant of Venice. Because of this, many people believed that he had visited Italy, but there is no evidence of this.
Was Shakespeare famous in his own lifetime? When did he die?
He was famous during his lifetime. His plays and poems were held in high regard by other writers. He died on April the 23rd, 1616, in Stratford, and he was buried in Holy Trinity Church. It surprises many people that, in his will, the only thing he left his unfortunate wife was their second-best bed.